Hi everyone, this is Dr. Bev Knox from bevknox.com and bevknoxfabulous.com. Today I'm continuing having the discussion about being fabulous, but also after you end a relationship, what do you do? Well, I'm sure if you're taking the series here of video lectures, you've already viewed the stages of grief after a breakup, right? So really this course is a continuation of it because you are just totally fabulous already, but you are even going to be more fabulous after you've done taking these series of lectures, okay? So I want you to go to your ebook that you've actually got with this course once you're registered, and I want you to go and find the chapter, What to Do When Your Ex Wants You Back, all right? So I'll give you a few minutes to do so. Pause this lecture if you need to, but go find that chapter and also get your journal because we're going to be doing an exercise, all right? Do you have it? Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit directly from this book and I'm going to tell you my 2 cents about it, okay? Okay, after the breakup, after several months of wearing those tacky black outfits, you mourned your loss. Because it's almost like, somebody died, you ended a relationship, so you're wearing those tacky outfits, right? You find yourself starting to wear beautiful, bright colors again. Yes, reds and yellows, pinks and lavender, blues and greens, and so on and on and on. I'm so proud of you for getting that low-cut diva-style blouse you bought in the sequins. Let me tell you, you bought that low-cut diva-style blouse, right? And I'm so proud of you for doing that. Anyway, one thing at a time. A beautiful outfit is always helpful in snapping you back into reality after a breakup. I had to say that because it is so true. It is so true. Yes, it reminds you just how beautiful you are when you dress up and you wear something absolutely fabulous. Yes, it is. Also, don't forget that black lace-up push-up bra that I talked about in an earlier class. You wear that push-up bra and I swear to you, no matter what mood you're in, you're going to perk up right away. You're going to perk up. Anyway, I'm continuing reading. Read along with me, please. Follow along. Your most fabulous self, let's talk about her for a minute, sees all of this, the whole after the breakup thing, what to do, as an opportunity given to her on a silver platter. And you're like, what do you mean an opportunity? I ended a relationship with somebody, and I'm here to say, yes, it may have been a very toxic relationship. Good for you. Kudos for you. You ended that relationship. You've grieved appropriately, you've grieved appropriately in regards to the loss of that relationship. Wonderful. Okay. Listen to this. Listen to this. Yes, it is an opportunity given on a silver platter. Now that you have the opportunity to do something constructive with your life, start developing some new habits. Go back to school, meet new friends, or train for a whole new trade. Wow, all of these things you could do? Yes, sure. You could go back to school and get that master's degree you've always wanted, or put it in some more hours at work, more money, right? Or serve in a soup kitchen, or just have some downtime and get refocused like what you're doing right now. You're educating yourself to be more fabulous and more healthy emotionally. Sure, absolutely. Self-enhancement is your key focus. You have got to take the time necessary, right, to heal yourself and heal your mind. Often we don't recognize options because of our own inflexibility. We want things to be a certain way right away, and we don't look at other alternatives. As long as you keep your blinders on, you're stuck. Until we consider our options, we have none. Freeman, 2000. That's a direct quote, okay? Also, I want you guys to learn to go with the flow. Again, this is all about what to do after a breakup and also what to do when your ex wants you back. Because after you've gotten so fabulous, guess what? They're always going to come crawling back to try to get with you, right? So anyway, learn to go with the flow. Take this time to work on your fabulous self like you are now. To be the most fabulous person ever. Do not let your life be troubled by what you cannot change. Remember that, okay? Your destiny gets better. I mean, the road ahead is so beautiful. It's so fabulous, okay? Okay, let's move on with the exercise. I'm trying I'm trying to go over some things in the ebook here and guide you, blah, 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 blah. Bottom line is this, okay? You've ended the toxic relationship. I've talked about doing a relationship detox. Bottom line, that means to take some time out for yourself and learn about you. Heal yourself, heal your mind. Take this course in its entirety. Don't date. Okay, some of you may need up to a year to heal and to unleash your most fabulous self before you call yourself going in that on that path again. Okay, some of you guys may only need 30 to 60 days. Some of you guys may need longer. Okay, some of you may need longer. Okay, what to do when the ex wants you back? A lot of times when you break up with somebody, okay, you start doing things to feel good, look good, take my lecture courses, and it's almost like a halo is over your head now. You're brighter, your skin shines. I mean, you're just glowing. You probably lost some weight because you've been exercising. You bought a whole new wardrobe. I told you how to look good and feel fabulous, right? Everybody's noticing you. Everybody's noticing you, including your ex. So let's pretend now. Forget about the toxic hater, your ex. We don't care about the stalking person. We don't even want to talk about them ever again. But let's just say that somebody broke up with you, right? This person broke up with you and they were a healthy individual. We liked them a little bit. They broke up with you for whatever reason. They didn't want to be with you anymore. But now that you have that fabulous glow and everything about you is great, guess what? They are going to want you back. I call them the ex from hell that put you through emotional turmoil, okay? I call them the ex from hell. Let's read a little bit about the ex from hell. Who is the ex from hell? Okay? Sometimes you will find that the ex from hell will try to get back into your good graces. He may want to get back together with you, but remember, you broke up with him or he broke up with you for a reason. Remember the pain and agony he has put you through? Remember the sleepless nights and all that crying? Remember all that self-doubt and feelings of limitations? Remember is what I said. Now, let me just read this here and I'll go into it in a minute. I do not recommend, let me say it again. I do not recommend that anyone revisit the idea of entering into another romantic relationship with their ex. I know some of you guys get this, and I know some of you guys just do not like the idea that I just said it. But I'm going to say it again. I do not believe it is a good idea for you to get back in a relationship with your ex. I do not believe it. There is a reason why they are called your ex. Something happened, okay, that ended the relationship. Something happened, some things happened that terminated the relationship. You could have been involved in an abusive relationship or not. Whatever the reason, something happened, you're done, it's terminated, okay? All right. I know the image is there, stuck in your head, and you will never forget it. Whatever he did or she did, they may try to con you back into believing that being with them is a good thing and that you should actually get back into a relationship with them. I'm saying no, 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 no. Listen to this one. You can hose and scrub a swine clean. A swine is a pig, in case some of you guys didn't know that. You can hose and scrub a swine clean and even spray sweet-smelling perfume on him or her. But a minute later, he runs, rolls, and covers himself again in the dirty mud. Why? Because he is most comfortable in the mud. He is most comfortable in the mud. You are here working on yourself to be your most fabulous self, period, okay? You are here putting in the time and effort it takes to evolve as a human being, to be your best you, period. Your ex, for whatever the reason, they're your ex. They're not doing the same thing. They're not working on being their most fabulous self, okay? Same thing, same reason why you broke up with them. What's the matter? Did they cheat on you? Did they abuse you, treat you bad, whatever? The same reason why you broke up with them is still in them. Is still in them. If they cheated on you, you look fabulous now. You're beautiful. You get back with that person, it won't last very long. They'll cheat on you again. 90% of the time, they will cheat on you again. Okay? Hopefully that scares you enough to stay away. Hopefully that scares you enough to stay away. All right? They will revert like a bad perm and keep doing the same thing they've done in the past. Stay away from that and let's move on with your future. What to do when your ex wants you back. That's what this is all about. And I say, run. I say no. I say do not take them back. Okay, so now I have to read the rest of this for you because I have to talk about it, right? To be fair, because there's different situations out there. To be fair, I must state that there are some occasions where second chances result in successful endings. See how I had to throw that in there? I had to throw it in there, okay? So 9 out of 10 times, I will say no, no, no. Do not even think about venturing with your ex. Just don't do it. But to be fair, I must state there are some occasions where second chances result in successful endings. This is most likely to happen, however, when intensive therapy is given to both parties. So, first things first, not just, coaching services, not just therapy, little therapy here and there. Intensive therapy to both people, not just one, okay? So both parties may need individual therapy, very intensive, okay, once or twice a week for some time, and then couples therapy, okay? Because of some cultural and religious beliefs on separation or divorce, reconciliation is encouraged by such belief systems when the person who has left wants to return into the relationship. In this instance, couples counseling is greatly advised, especially in cases where young children are involved. It is bad enough when couples torment each other with their relationship instability, back and forth, so-called relationship with each other, but is a complete different ballgame when children are involved, okay? So absolutely, if there are kids involved and there was no abuse going on, you got separated or divorced for a reason other than that of abuse, okay, intensive therapy would be needed before even talking about venturing into relationship together again. All right, so that is the only time where I would say, okay, fine, okay, give that person another shot. All right, okay. Now I want you to get your journal out because we are about to do a journal exercise entitled The X from Hell. Okay? So get your journal exercise out and find the page, The X from Hell. If you didn't already title the page, go ahead and do so now. You ready? Okay, I'm going to guide you through this exercise, all right? On the page, The X from Hell, draw a line down the middle and write in the heading, good on one side and bad on the other side. Now make a list of all the horrible things that this person has done to you and your children. And then on the other side, write the good things that that person has done. I want you to pause this lecture right now because I really need you to think about this and take your time with it. You have to be honest with yourself and me, but more so yourself, okay? So pause this lecture and I want you to write a list, good and bad. Pause right now. You're back? You made your list? Wonderful. Tell me, does the bad side outweigh the good side? Do you have 3 times as many things on the bad side as the good side? I'm getting back to this book right now. If writing out your list brings up intense emotional or obsessive thoughts, please consult with a professional therapist now. Okay? All right, let me continue. A lot of women feel that they have to rescue their man or woman to save them from themselves and a life of misery without them, to help him or her feel better about their self, and so on, and so on, and so on. That it is their job to protect them from themselves. This is a sick and unhealthy thought. For those of us who are still stuck in that stage, pay close attention to the following. I am going to read to you now an article written by Dr. Bruce Fisher entitled Words of Wisdom to Rescuers. So this video lecture is all about what to do if your ex wants you back. I'm saying I am in total disagreement with being in a relationship with an ex. Complete disagreement. In fact, I will go as far as to say that once you have terminated a relationship with an ex, they need to stay in your past. There is absolutely no reason, none whatsoever, unless there are children involved, to be in friendship with an ex. There is not. And some of you guys may disagree with this greatly, and that's your right to do so. But you know, you register for this course because you, for some reason, you know, more so than not, you appreciate my no-nonsense approach, and you want to know what I think. So I'm telling you what I think. There's no reason why you need to be in friendship with an ex ever, unless there are children involved. Okay. Why do I say that? Well, let's talk about this for a minute. If you are involved with an ex, all right, with somebody, and you broke up with them, you have history there, and sure, I get that. But now you're in relationship with somebody new. You're much more healthy and you are in relationship with somebody much more fabulous. And there is potential there for marriage, for a long-term stable relationship. Why would you want to put your current partner in a situation where they have to feel, oh my gosh, my partner is with their ex, what are they doing? Blah, 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 blah. Why would you have to feed into any insecurities that your partner may have because of an ex relationship, an ex-toxic relationship that didn't work out, that you have no desire to be in again? So I am telling you, I am in strict, let me tell you right now, okay? I've operated this way personally myself, okay? You have friendships that are friendships. You've got great friendships. Your ex relationships, your ex-love relationships is in a complete different category of who your friends should be. They're not your friends. Do not put your current partner in a situation that make them feel a little insecure or less than because you're friends with your ex and you're in relation with your ex still. That's a bad idea, and I'm 100% against it. 100% against it. Anyway, let's go ahead and let me read to you, and I am going to read this slowly. This may take a second, okay? I don't even want you to read along with me in your ebook. This is in your ebook. You could review it on your own. I want you to close your eyes right now. I want to do a guided exercise right now because you may be a rescuer. If you're thinking of going back into relation with an ex, you may be a rescuer, and I want you to pay close attention to this because you need to evaluate yourself and check yourself. So please lay back, get comfy. Words of Wisdom to Rescuers by Dr. Bruce Fisher. A rescuer is a person who creates relationships with someone who needs rescuing. It feels good. It feels so good for the rescuer to find someone to rescue. And it feels so good for the person needing rescuing that often the two people end up being in a committed relationship with each other. An over-responsible person in relationship with an under-responsible person. Dr. Fisher talks about teaching over 2,000 people and in a relationship in the rebuilding class. And most of these people said they were in such a relationship. Over-responsible and under-responsible. You rescuers can easily believe you are superior to those who need rescuing. You believe you are doing all of these wonderful things that will get you brownie points in heaven. It's true, the things you get done are impressive. You are doing many kind deeds to and for others. Many times, you provided an environment that allowed the other person to make tremendous personal growth. Think about this for a minute. Think about it for a minute. I'm going to stop and I want you to think, is that person you? Is that person you? However, it is helpful to realize that your rescuing is often controlling others, keeping them smaller, weaker, dependent, and unable to do things for themselves. Your need to rescue someone means you will have to keep them in a need of rescuing. How did you become a rescuer? During your formative years, your emotional development became stunted. You stopped getting all your needs met. You compensated by finding another little child in someone else who had also stopped growing. You began to give them the things you were wishing somebody would give to you. It made you feel better, but it set up a dangerous precedent. You began being so involved in helping another that you were able to avoid looking at how much you needed to take care of yourself. You began the development of an adaptive survivor part in order to feel better and get more of your needs met. There are a wide variety of situations that could have encouraged you to develop a rescuer pattern of behavior. Sometimes you felt frustrated because you weren't getting enough attention or love. Sometimes you learned you could manipulate your environment by developing adaptive behaviors. Sometimes you felt very criticized and became adaptive to feel better instead of feeling not okay. Sometimes you suffered from a lack of parenting because your parents were not around or were especially weak in parenting skills. Sometimes everyone around you were under-responsible, perhaps even in an altered state during drug abuse situation of some sort. You learned to be an over-responsible rescuer in order to keep your family functioning. If you were to make a list of how many adaptive survivor behaviors you could have chosen being in a rescuer as probably the best choice you would have made. It helped you make the most out of your situation. It not only helped you to get more of your needs met, it often was very helpful to people around you. It worked well in your formative years. It doesn't work well in your adult relationships now. Relationships that are over-under often become stressful and sometimes end. Rescuers often become emotionally drained. The last stage of the relationship usually includes anger because you have given so much and received so little. You aren't able to see your contribution to the problem. No, you're not. You have difficulty taking even if you tried to give, even if they try to give it to you, you would have trouble receiving. For you, it is easier to give than to receive. The system of interaction between the two people can become upset. Here are some examples. The couple have a baby and the rescuer is too busy with the baby to continue rescuing the partner. The rescuer finds a stronger identity by doing self-care. This always feels selfish to rescuers when they start becoming responsible to self instead of over-responsible. The person who is under-responsible becomes tired of being controlled and either leaves the relationship. Any one of these upsetting the system behaviors can contribute to the ending of the relationship. If asked, you can usually identify when the system began to change. This can be the beginning of the end of your relationship. It is possible to change within the relationship without ending. Sure. But both parties have to be aware of it. Plus, good communication is needed. Leaving the relationship will not help rescuers to change. Instead, you will probably find another person needing rescuing and create another over-under relationship. The challenge is to change the relationship with yourself by learning to become responsible for self instead of being either over or under responsible. It usually includes learning to take emotionally instead of always emotionally given to another. It means giving to yourself the things that you didn't get enough of in your formative years. Think of the wonderful things that could happen if you transformed your well-developed given to others part into a given to yourself part. You might find the happiness, contentment, and inner peace that you deserve. Good luck on your journey. I think this is the most fabulous way to end this course. I had to include this in my book, of course, giving all credit to Dr. Bruce Fisher. He is absolutely fabulous, because a lot of us believe that we could rescue somebody. And now that you are fabulous, you are looking fabulous, you're feeling fabulous, your ex is going to want you back. Your ex is going to want you back. But you have to be fabulous enough and love yourself enough not to get back into that unhealthy, toxic relationship. I am here to tell you, no, don't do it. Run away from it. Heal thyself. Heal thyself. Leave toxic where it belongs, in the past, and move on with your fabulous future that is ahead of you. Do not bring past drama into your future. Do not do it. So again, if you want my opinion, what to do when your ex wants you back, I'm going to give it to you. And I'm going to tell you, run. Not walk, but run. It is a bad idea. I'm going to assist you in becoming more emotionally healthy. And I am going to assist you in finding your ideal mate. That is an entire class in this lecture series, Finding Your Ideal Mate. I look forward to working with you. I am so delighted that you are here taking this course with me. You have a fabulous day, and I will see you soon.